Yay! Welcome! Good morning, everyone, or maybe good evening, or good whatever time it is for you. So awesome to have you here. How does it get any better than this? This is the official beginning of a 31 days of lives with different Talk to the Entities facilitators around the world. My name is Satu Lindgren. I am originally from Finland and I have the honor and pleasure to start this 31-day party of more awareness, more consciousness, and more possibilities with entities and the spirit world. So, as it is the beginning of October now, and we are heading towards Halloween, which is at the end of this month. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today with you on this live is the natural connection to the spirit world. These days, Halloween is considered this like a scary time, a spooky time, or a little bit funny time where you just dress up funnily and it's very commercial. Um, but before, in pretty much all of the cultures around the world, there has been some kind of event or a day or a celebration that was then later on replaced by Halloween. In my culture in Finland, we have this day in the beginning of November that was, I don't know how to say that in English, but it was a day to remember and honor the death. So, those people who had been in your life and had passed away, it was a day to reconnect with them and maybe say thank you to them and kind of keep them in your life. Not in a spooky way, but actually in this like a very beautiful, kind way. So, that's the thing that I wanted to talk about today, the natural aspect of being aware of entities and your awareness. Talking to entities and being aware of the spirit world, it's not something like a new thing or something that you don't already have. It is something that you were born with, that is part of you, that has always been a part of you. Being aware of all kinds of things that may not have a physical form at the moment. All kinds of energies, entities, dead people, spirits, souls, however you want to call it, you have that awareness. It is in you. But why doesn't it seem like you have it? Most of us have spent this lifetime and all the other lifetimes too to try to kill that awareness and get rid of the awareness that is naturally part of you. So that's what Talk to the Entities tools and classes and processes actually are about. You getting to reconnect with the awareness, the natural awareness that you have always had. So, um, the thing about that though is that it might not always feel super comfortable. Like you might feel really weird about it, or you might feel like, why don't I why don't I just get it? Like if this is a natural part of me, why don't I get it? Why isn't it just super clear? Because you've never practiced it. How much in your life when you were a kid or when you were growing up were you taught how to deal with the spirit world? How to deal with your awareness? Were you even thought that you are aware? Or were you taught that you need to learn things? You need to listen to what other people say and then make that your truth. Instead of turning inwards and asking, what are you aware of? What do you actually know? And then when you get to that awareness, what can you do with that? So that's the whole point of Talk to the Entities and these tools. So the first, you get over with all the different blocks, forced limitations that are covering your awareness. And then you also will have tools how to deal with that, how to take it further, and how to maybe even create with your awareness. And the thing with learning any skill that's been unused for a long time, or maybe not used in this lifetime at all, is that you have to practice. It's not going to be something that you just jump in and you will immediately feel perfect or right, or you'll be like, yeah, I totally got this. Like, yeah, this is how it's like, I'm so good at this. You will have moments when it will feel just really like, what am I doing? And moments when it doesn't feel super great. You'll also have moments when, like, oh my God, this is amazing. But it will be a journey of all kinds of different things. Just yesterday, I was walking through this one park, and there was a kid learning how to drive a bicycle. And first she was going a bit slower, but then she was like, "Oh yeah, I got this!" Like, and she was like going faster and faster. And then she took a corner too fast and she fell. And she was trying to be pathetic about it, like, "Oh my God, I failed!" Like nothing really happened to her, but there's just that awkward moment of, "Oh, I was doing this right. Why did I now fall?" But her mom was like, "Hey, just get back on, just continue." So, whether you have been using Talk to the Entities tools for a while, or maybe you're just starting, like, don't worry if you fall. Like, if you stumble, if it doesn't go perfectly right away, just keep going. Just keep going and follow the lightness. And let it be weird, let it be different. Let you be weird and different when you practice this new skill. You know how you look like sometimes when you're trying something new? It doesn't look maybe that elegant in the beginning, but the more you practice, the better you will get at it, and the more you will also enjoy it. Are you willing to practice enough to get to that point where it is amazing, where it will start creating things for you? Um, some time ago, I had this interesting experience with like this moment where I was like, okay, I think I could use a Talk to the Entities tool here, but I don't know, it seems a bit weird. I was at home and there was a party going on in the building, and it was late at night, and I don't like to listen to drunken people and loud music. And I was first getting really annoyed and really like pissed off and angry. But then I asked a question. I asked, okay, is there anything I can do to change this? And the first thing that popped in my head was to go out for a walk. And I was like, in the middle of the night, go out for a walk? But then I was like, okay, I'm willing to try anything. Like, this is so annoying. I'm willing to try anything. So I went outside for a walk, and as I was walking on this particularly dark alley, suddenly I started coughing a lot. Like, there was just as if something went into my throat and I was like choking. I was like, oh my God, I'm choking here now. This is just getting worse and worse. And but then I was like, oh, is this an entity? And then I had an awareness like, this is an entity. So I asked the entity to get out of my body, to get further away from me. It was very clear that, hey, okay, I can talk with you, but you must be away from my body. Do not go into my body. That's not going to work. So the entity stepped a bit further away from me. And then he was really panicky. He was really just like, oh my God, what's going on? I want to get out of here. He really, really wanted to get out of there. He wanted me to assist him to get out of that place, to clear him, to use these tools with him or for him. And the first thing that popped in my head was to say, okay, but you have to go and silence that party first. And this entity was like, what party? And then I energetically pointed, like, there is the party in that direction, in that building. Can you go and silence that? And the entity was like, yeah, sure, done. And he disappeared, came back immediately, and was like, okay, can you please clear me now? And then I used the clearing tools, cleared the entity. He left, and I was like, that was weird and a bit uncomfortable with the choking in the beginning and all of that. But okay, I walked back home. The whole building was completely silent. So, what if you would also play with these tools? Whatever tools you have available at the moment, just play. Just ask, like, is there some tool that I could experiment with here? Even if it seems like it's weird, even if it seems like, well, I don't think that's going to do anything, just try it out. What's the worst thing that could happen? You might actually change something. So that's my invitation to you today. Just practice with these tools, try them out, see what they would create for you. And don't worry if it doesn't feel perfect, or if it doesn't like feel right, or if it doesn't make you like feel super confident in the beginning, or if you doubt you. What if you didn't listen to the doubt, but still just went for it and practiced and got up again and started driving that bicycle again and got better at it every single day, every time you use a tool, you will be more aware and you will get better at it. And here, just at the end, I'd like to do just a quick little exercise. So if you can, please close your eyes for a moment. And just perceive, how do you feel at the moment? How does your body feel? How does the space around you feel? You don't have to change anything right now. You don't have to do anything about anything. Just allow yourself to be aware. Practice getting present with your awareness instead of ignoring it. So, how does your body feel? How does your space feel? How is the room around you? What do you notice? What energies are there? Just notice the energies. And maybe you are aware of some entities there. Maybe not. That doesn't matter. Just notice, what is the energy like around you? If you didn't have to avoid any awareness, what could you be aware of now? And then ask. You can say this in your head or you can say it out loud. All the entities in this room, in this space, step outside the room. Go further away, away from my body, give me more space, go outside the room now. And now again, scan your body, your space, the room. Did anything change? Does it feel different? Does your body feel different? Maybe it got more quiet. Maybe there's more peace. Or something else. You can open your eyes whenever you want to. And this is a way for you to really just start riding that bicycle, practicing your awareness, what you are aware of. Because when you acknowledge what you're aware of, it will get so much easier, so much better, and then you'll be able to use different tools way more efficiently. And this is also one of my favorite tools to use when I just feel like there's no space. I feel really like contracted, or my body feels weird, or if I suddenly start coughing for no reason, I ask the entities to step further away from my body or go outside the room. So that's something you can start practicing with, playing with, see what that can create for you. And let this be a beginning of a 31-day journey into more awareness, more consciousness, more possibilities for you and the spirit world. So happy that you were joining me today, and look forward to maybe seeing you at some Talk to the Entities classes sometime in the future. How does it get any better? And thank you. Bye bye, everyone.